Friday live stream. Hello, everyone. Thought I would just get us started outside before we move on into the painting part. Let me see here if I can pull up the chat. There we go. Let's see. Live chat. There we are. Thank you so much, everybody. And here we are in the backyard of the house here. Friday night, and we are getting ready for a Space Art live stream. Thanks for joining me. Thought we'd just take a look out here, and I don't think I ever gave much of a proper tour. Here's our lovely garage right here. There's actually a cat in there, strangely enough. And I've got my telescope set up. Well, the mount anyway. It's been properly aligned north. So ready to go later. One outdoor kitty. This is Taffy. Hello, Taffy. Say hi. I've deployed the canopies. Well, we're basically going to be getting ready. Hey, Iridium's here. How you doing, Iridium? Good to see you. Hey. Yes, we are. I'm preparing to go to this ORAS, the Oil Region Astronomy Society, is putting on a big star party called Astroblast, and it's up the road, maybe 20 miles, maybe, I'm not sure. So it's gonna be about 4 days, and I think it's the perfect event for a space artist to maybe hang out a little bit and just paint space. Hey, how you doing, David? Good evening, welcome, and good morning, I think, right? If I'm not mistaken, good morning. Hey, welcome to my backyard. Awesome. Yeah, so I think the plan is, aside from taking the giant bounder, yeah, I'll be going in there in just a minute. We'll be taking the giant bounder, yourself, you hopefully, exactly. And I am not opposed to painting on site. So I haven't driven up yet to see what the internet connectivity is like. So well, I'll have to check that out when I get a chance anyway. But let's see. We've got so that's going to be exciting. Hopefully I can actually get there. The funds are tight, people. The funds are really tight. Not going to lie. I may not even have the gas to get up there. 11, almost noon, almost lunchtime on Saturday. Oh, fantastic. Oh, fire up a pint. Make it a proper one. Awesome. Yeah, funds are kind of tight. I'm not sure. We're kind of touch and go on whether I can actually go and do this thing. It would make no sense for me not to, but anyway. So let's see. Who do we have here in the peanut gallery here today? Well, we have Austin. Austin isn't really that fond of human contact, so I have to be very careful. This one's Austin. Hi, baby. We have Miso, who I got extraordinarily angry with earlier today because he desecrated a shirt. We have Juno, who's absolutely lovely. Sorry, we're gonna do the cat introduction first. So we have Pickles. Can you say hi? Okay, usually she says hi back. Let's see, who else do we have? Okay, we've got the whole crew here. Okay, everybody. We got Beats. There's Juno again. Okay, who do we have here? Let's see, Miso, he takes over quite a bit. Pickles, and who else do we have in there? Oh, there's a whole bunch on there. They're really thrilled. Yeah, this is the sunroom, and here we go. We got a little Loki action. She's tough to see, and then there's Cosmo. Hi, buddy. How you doing, Cosmo? Oh man, yeah, we got the whole crew. Hello, everybody. Oh, we got Rocket over here. There we go. We got Rocket's black and white. Oh, Pickles, right in front. Oh, not camera shy at all. Oh, this is Papaya. She's adorable. They're all kind of adorable. Yeah, let me flip it around here a little bit. There we go. And then of course, our lovely Taffy. She's one of our outdoor kitties. Say hello to Taffy. There we go. But yeah, so I have two of these canopies. These are from the Dollhouse Baked Good days. And we, every time I say I, please understand it is a global I, we, Stephanie and I are a unit and ownership is collective. So, and one of my star space paintings, I've been stress testing these paintings, right? I did 3 of these, and here we go. So yeah, stars. That's all. That's right. It disappointingly, it's incredibly reflective as expected, but I love it. Hey, Edward's here. How you doing? Greetings. Sorry, injured. Hey, how you doing? Greetings. Hey, good to see you. We're just getting rolling here tonight, giving you the shot of the backyard and this my lovely cooking stump Not really sure what possessed the previous owners for putting this together, but it is stable as all get out, and there is literally nothing under that but lawn. Let's see here. The neighbor's property. That's actually a wood shop. Yeah, look at the barbecue and space. Yes, space. Haha, I got what you said there. Awesome. No. This is a gigantic shop on the property next to us. And I actually finally just met the people that own that. They used to actually live in our house, which is really funny. But yeah, got some trees. Got this shed that currently, its current occupant is one desiccated dead squirrel that got in before we ever got in. So yeah, tough to say. Apple tree that we trimmed up pretty heavily, so there were no apples this year. We're going to give it a year off. But yeah, this, and then the house is extraordinarily long, so it's deceptive seeing the photos. It's actually, we're kind of just looking at a narrow rectangle. Yeah, but my sky, I mean, okay. These three spruces, right? Let me tell you something about these guys. Let me just say something. For instance, when we first got to this house, I thought something felt really unusually familiar about this, because we had these trees in our front yard and our backyard in Bothell. They were good. I liked them. They were fine. They were beautiful, but they do definitely make it a little tricky to see parts of your sky. I don't know. Oh, let's see. Hold on a second. What do we have out tonight? It's going to be tricky seeing tonight because I don't even know if I can see it. There is the moon. That little dot right there. Live on YouTube, I can't zoom. I don't think I can. Oh, there we go. Oh, gotcha. So yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. But anyway. So that's the backyard. Oh, the tent. Okay, so the tent, right? Yes, I am also trying out the tent. This is one of those tents that attaches to the back of an SUV kind of thing, just a generic one. And we've had this for a long time, but I'm kind of thinking of making it my backyard soft observatory. Well, at least I have this thing deployed. But yeah, so we'll see. Good times, everybody. Thank you for a little tour of the backyard. We will now get on with the show. All right, there we go. All right, say hello to goodbye to the peanut crowd. We'll bring them in later. One more cat there. And then onward to the boundary. Yes, we are indeed going to again be streaming from the bounder. Mainly because, I don't know, we're just doing it. Okay. Welcome aboard. Oh, hey, Space Art by Christopher Dahl. There we go. Hey, Rhonda, how you doing? I didn't leave myself much of an option for getting in there. Hat head. Sorry. I can't see what you're saying yet. Let me fire this up. Are we straight? I'm kind of straight. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. Verify it's me. I got to do that while this is going on. Sorry, folks. So annoying. Yeah, if you're hacking me, now you know why. There we go. Okay. Ah. Oh, wait a second. Do I have an actual live going here? Hold on a second. Hey, everybody. I know I'm still here. Hey, I'm actually having a tough time here. What the heck? Am I on the wrong one? Okay. As usual, I gotta find my chat. I've got an upcoming. Why isn't this going? There we go. Waiting for. Did we stop? Is that what happened? I don't know. Weird. Okay, folks, sorry. Sorry, everyone. Slight problem here. I can't find my thing. Hang on a second. Wow, what's going on? Okay, hold on. There it is. Jesus. All right. Sorry, everybody. Hello. Yeah. I guess I'm just going to do this. Okay. It's not my, official thing, but at least this will work, and I'll be able to see what the heck's going on. Sorry, everyone. Ta-da! How can I also maybe move this to the point where it's a little bit better there. There we go. How's that? All right. I'm sure that's fantastic. The problem is my camera is so darn close to where I'm sitting. I have to crawl over it. Look, this is part of why I'm doing this, so I don't have to look like such an ass every time I fire this thing up. Okay, here we go. Oh my god. All right, there we are. Hey everyone. Hi. There we go. I know I'm sweating like crazy now. It's actually pretty hot in here. Oh my god. All right, I'll put the hat back on. That's just silly. All right. Hey everyone. All right, there we go. I'm just gonna pop that out. We'll leave that going. All right. So anyway, space art tonight. There we go. Right? Oh my gosh. Here we are. Okay. Thank you everyone for sticking around with me. As usual, it's just, here's what it is. We're gonna do the crazy hat for the night. All right, so painting. Cool. What else is going on? As usual, let me know if the music's too loud. I just have it on my iPad here, so that's perfectly fine. Anyway, hey, bingo, right? If nothing else, I'm consistent. Okay, we are good there. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna paint tonight. We're actually gonna paint tonight. Isn't that exciting? Let me zonk these things around a little bit. There we go. Make this a little more comfortable. Okay, let's see. Oh, are we done yet? Is that everything? All right. Good night, everybody. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. Let me go ahead and just in case anyone's watching, yeah, if you're just coming in, welcome to the stream. I'm going to go ahead and I keep forgetting to drop in my a link to the Discord server, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to drop this in the chat. So if you're not on the Discord server and you want to join in on the conversation, you're welcome to do so. Come on over and check it all out. Very cool. We are. Let's see. What do I want to do with this? I think I want to go like this. And I want to turn that. Ah, there we go. That's probably what I want to do. All right. I'm actually able to see that. What's really fun about this, I mean, fun, interesting, is that I'm basically running. Sorry. Anyway, the reason we're in a motorhome is, again, because I want to go live with it, and I need to be able to do that by, um, battery power and solar power. This motorhome, old as it is, actually has some pretty new lithium-ion batteries in it, which is really great. So, and some solar panels that drive them. Technical things. Anyway, so I'm hoping, and actually last week it worked out really great. I did the whole. I know it wasn't a full 2 hour live stream, but it was a pretty good live stream. We went pretty good. I was surprised at how well the power held out. It's great, and gives me hope for what we're going to do going forward. All right, I'm actually also going to. I'm going to kind of finagle with the camera here, so bear with me, everybody, while I kind of do this. I sort of want to. There we go. There we are. I'm trying to make room here, and this is all new. I had time to be able to do this in the basement studio, but from here it's a little different. All right. We're gonna be working again in acrylics tonight. Hope you don't mind. That's just gonna be the way we're gonna go there. Oh my gosh. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna take these. As much as I love the paintings behind me, and they're pretty. Here's our painting from last week. There we go. And a gigantic space painting there. Oh my gosh. Yay. Okay. So this is also going to give me a good idea of what is, maybe this one? Okay, so that's actually going to be, I don't want the glare. Yeah. And we're going to, this white canvas, I'm painting it end to end, so we will be just fine. Yeah, you know what, I'm going to go with it. I don't mind that at all. We're just going to go with that. All right, sorry, I'm sweating like crazy, but windows open behind me, and it's getting cooler. But hey, before we kind of get rolling with it, I want to share something. I did post a photo in Discord about this planetarium over in Penn West, Clarion. It's the college near our town, Penn West Clarion. You probably heard of it. So they have the Pierce Planetarium. It's been around for a long time. It's an older planetarium. It's probably the kind you remember growing up, where it has the giant light that's mechanical. Zeiss was one of the companies that made these planetarium projectors, right? So I'd heard about it. I was pretty excited, and it turns out that they have a month first Thursday of every month they do the Stars over Clarion, and it's been put on by a couple who I met last night. Becca and James, if you're watching, hello. It was a pleasure meeting you last night, and thank you so much for showing me the planetarium. Becca and James are doing some pretty cool stuff. They are attempting to revitalize not only this planetarium, but similar older planetariums that were dotted around different universities and campuses, that particularly during it was Eisenhower Johnson administration, I think, and yeah, basically that era. So that's why a lot of these college universities and high schools got these things, and they're neat. Apparently it was tied into a program where they would get grants that would, kind of like promote the space program and interest in space, but also you get to build shit for your college. Hey, Wes is here! How you doing, Wes? Greetings! Anyway, so it was cool. It was a good planetarium show. What I love about the older style projection dome planetariums, where they use a globe, if you will, with little tiny lenses, I feel that it's a better star experience. If you're going to sit inside and see stars, it's better than what I know that a lot of the newer planetariums are using these projectors. It's basically like projecting your TV on a dome, right? And because it is projecting light, it is never as dark in the domes as it gets with one of these older style projection systems. And honestly, it makes a big difference. If you've sat through one or both, you'll notice. Now, I like the fact that the newer systems can do all sorts of crazy things, right? It's like an Omnidome. But I really love sitting in the dark with a real planetarium. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so Becca and James, new friends I met, and hopefully I'll be meeting up with them again soon. They promised me a tour of the workings over at the planetarium sometime, and they say they do laser shows using the equipment there, so that's pretty cool. That seemed to be a pretty happy thing to do, even back in, I think, the Longway Planetarium back in Flint, Michigan used to do laser light shows, and usually it was either Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd The Wall or both, or one of the above. It was pretty cool. Alrighty. Anyway, so let's get on to the canvas and get some painting going, shall we? I actually have tonight. I have a little bit of an inspiration, right? It's let me see how I'm gonna do this. Maybe I can move this up. Is what I'm gonna do. We're getting into fall, obviously. We're in October. Can you believe that? It's crazy. We're in October. It's nuts. Oh, sorry. Iridium withdrew a message. Iridium said no. That ain't happening. Not gonna happen with him. Okay, cool. All right. So, let's see. What do I have down in here? Maybe I'll just turn this on for a moment. I think the extra light is definitely gonna help quite a bit. Yeah, I don't have any of my other lights. Hey, Andrew, 81 Designs, how you doing? Good to see ya. Hello. Iridium says, I help with the laser shows. Ran off an Amiga. Oh, they had some Spectre system that was an old. It was clearly an old PC. It was an old CRT screen. At Iridium, you would have loved it. Yeah, it was amber screen, like, you know, Python code or something. I forget what they were coding in, but yeah, basically the whole show is encoded. So it looks like some kind of scripted language. Nothing surprising. Let's put it that way. It was pretty neat though. I was getting a kick out of it, it was a fun night. But yeah, looking forward to it. All right. I'm in kind of an awkward. I'm kind of sitting on the edge of my sofa, and then I've got this. Oh, look at this! I can actually turn this thing down. Look at I actually have the. I have my thing here, the paint palette cart. Yes. All right. Okay, now Rhonda, you're gonna see some blues at first again. Forgive me, but we are gonna go warm. We're gonna give you the warm alert. It won't all be cool colors. I promise. You have my word. All right. Let me see. What are we painting today? Well, yes. So we're getting into fall. And some of my favorite asterisms, and you might know them as constellations, is the Pleiades. And I painted the Pleiades before, probably a number of times, probably enough to the point where you're like, oh God, none of the fucking Pleiades again, for God's sakes, right? The Pleiades. No, but I have to make them warm blues, exactly, the warm blues, right. Well, cerulean blue is reasonably warm, I believe, isn't it? Yes. So I want to do a take on. I want to do a take on the Pleiades, but from maybe a different vantage point. Would that be purple? Yeah, we'll be in the purples before we know it. Oh my gosh. All right, I gotta just find my stuff here. Hang tight. Let's see. What else do we have here? Burnt Umber. Didn't want that. These are also the paints I had from last week. There is an Ultramarine, which I do actually want as well. So I'm gonna put some of that down. And the Pleiades is a group of stars. Well, you probably have seen them on a logo. Sky blue pink. That's right. Oh, speaking of that, haha, I do need a bit of the medium magenta. No, so anyway, so the Pleiades is it's a star cluster believed to be one of the they think is one of the clusters that the sun, our sun, was actually born in a part of. Curiously enough, that's coming up high in the sky tonight, and it's the one that looks like 7 or 8 little jewels in the sky, and it's one of my favorite. You have a Pleiades. That's right. You do have a Pleiades image, Wes. I remember. I think you posted it. Hey, throw it in the Discord. I'll throw it all in the Discord. I actually took a photo of the Pleiades the other night when I was shooting photos at the telescope as well. But I haven't as usual, I haven't processed any of it yet. Oh my God, we're terrible. All right, so I need a little bit of my magenta and a little bit of my yellow, because I want to take this. I just need a good color, and I think this is going to be a good one here. All right, there we go. That'll be a good one. Oh, and then I think I'm gonna avoid white for right now. All right, here we go. But yes, if any of you are doing astrophotography, yes, astro art of any kind, feel free to throw it into the Discord that I shared earlier. You're welcome. We always love it. We always love seeing that. All right, I've got my big scrubby brush, but this one's been through a lot of abuse. I'm counting on the fact that this is like a kind of a crusty, gross brush. All right. All right. So I have I don't think this is a 16 by 20. I think this is a 14. I think this is a 14 by 18 canvas. I wanted to get this kind of damp a little bit. But what I want to do is, see, the stars in the Pleiades are surrounded by a purplish bluish gas. They call it an emission nebula. And the reason why they call it that is because basically it's gas that lights up from the stars that are nearby. So I need to get some blue on here. We're gonna take this one a little bit abstract today, everybody. So bear with me. I just want to get some blue on here. Get this all in here. And what I really want to do is kind of celebrate this weird background of gases that surround the stars here. It's really, really stunning. Okay. All right, I'm gonna get some of these on in there. I'm just kind of the first layer of any of my paintings. I just kind of want to get some color on, I will admit the light in here is kind of bad. It's kind of dark, but I'm gonna work with it, and we're just gonna go with it. And remember, this is kind of all happy accidents territory here as well. So everything I kind of do in here is just just want to get the colors on. I have kind of cerulean in here. It's a little adjusted. I've got some ultramarine out to the edges. Bum, bum. So anyway, I hope everybody's week has been going okay. I do. We are. I'm getting very excited about painting more and more. So this is going to be. Thanks for joining. Happy to have everyone along. Yeah, we're been an unusual year, hasn't it, everyone? Oh my gosh. We'll get through it, and it'll be hilarious. Oh, sorry. I laugh because I can. I laugh because I can't cry. Right? That's how that goes. All right. So now we're gonna get a little muddy. This is good. This is good. Basically, I'm just trying to cover the white at this point, and that's cool. Yep. It's funny how often I think I put out way too much paint, and then it just like I go through it in 2 seconds, and then the other times I'm just like, oh, I put out like I mix out a bunch, and then it's just like, oh, I used 2 strokes of it, and it's just gone. Ridiculous. All right. Let's get this on there. I want this on there. I want this going up there. All right. Now comes the fun part. This is where we dedicate one of our shop towels to the cause. I am also getting the edge. I'm getting the edges too. Okay. Yes. This is gonna look like garbage for a little bit here, folks. So bear with me. If you're watching this right now and go, like, I can't fucking paint. What the hell? I mean, you're right, but at the same time, I haven't even finished it yet. I just started. Jesus, God, stop it. I'm kidding. I don't think we ever pre-mixed any of my colors. I tend to mix as I go. I actually had a lady give me a bunch of shit about my space paintings. She runs some frou-frou gallery, and she's like, we really don't like seeing pre-mixed colors on the palette. I'm like, Jesus Christ, lady, the painting she was staring at, like, I had actually gone out of my way to mix that teal from like 5 different colors, and I did it on a live stream. You would have remembered the painting. I just flipped the bit on her. I was like, okay, I'm not going to learn anything from this. Self-censoring is a good thing. I am an adult. Dog look, warm blues. Right, exactly. You know, it's weird, Rhonda. Sometimes I premix them and sometimes I don't, right? Like so like the cerulean I used right in here, I actually did throw a touch of magenta and yellow into it to sort of pull it back down a little bit. But at the same time, I also have some full-on cerulean and what is this, ultramarine in here? Yeah, but I know that this is going to mix on the canvas, like what you're just suggesting, right? So in fact, I'm even gonna screw this up a bit by throwing a little bit of yellow on here. Look at that! Ah, take that, lady. That yellow came right out of the jar. Ah, fuck you. Oh, sorry. Did I say that out loud? Oh, sorry. Anyway. All right. Let me see. I just kind of wanna. All right. Do I want this one or do I wanna? Oh, maybe I want something a little more. Let me try something a little more delicate. I don't know, maybe. Nah, this is just gonna. Yeah, this ain't gonna. No, not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. But it might do this. So, anything to speed along the process here. I mean, it'd be another thing if I like did this and then stopped and went, okay, $500, go for it. But that's not what I do, right? So yeah. In my case, it's more about not knowing what I'm gonna do. Oh yeah, honestly, that's legit, Rhonda, right? I mean, that's like exploration. And I don't know, I've stood in front of a couple of the great masters like Van Gogh. I guarantee you that guy was just throwing some whatever he had on there and going, that's pretty cool. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. So, the minute that chick was going on about my work, I was like, okay, yeah, well, I'm not gonna get into her gallery, and I don't want her money anyway. So, bunch of stinky pots. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway. Yeah, it's just they assume a lot. You'll be in a situation. Like myself, here I am. I've been basically painting for 30 years now, for God's sakes, on and off. I've been published. I have worked on projects that have been like considered, AAA titles, and I've had my work published in that. And I go into this meeting with this lady, and she's like, "Oh, well, he's just some guy that's painting up in his house. He's never done this before in his life." I'm like, "Fuck you, lady." Sorry. Feeling it tonight. Yeah. That was not a happy camper. So, don't be afraid to defend your work there, folks. If you're standing in front of a review board of somebody that knows their stuff, and they just like start giving you some line, yeah, to each my own. Yeah, let's go send them off a cliff. All right, so now I want to get in and I want to get some layers of this in here. Yeah, and I'm using my palette knife for this part because I really want to fill in some of these here with some really cool. There we go. Some great shapes in here. It's gonna be again. Until I get to the darks in here, this is kind of gonna be ridiculous. Just pull this up and get a swath down there. Yeah. Now sometimes I do enjoy just messing with this in a more abstract way, instead of like getting right down into the nitty gritty and illustrating it like, oh my god, I gotta get a real fine airbrush in there. Yeah, that's fun. That's fun for what it does too. But hey, thank you so much. So nicer to show off her ignorance, right? Exactly. I was literally like, okay, this meeting's over. I gotta go home and do something like take a shit, something important. Yikes! Oh boy. Okay, so I need one of my other. Okay, yeah. So I have quinacridone, magenta, ultramarine blue, and I don't want to do burnt umber. I want to do burnt sienna. Okay, cool. I need to get it dark. I'm gonna make it blue heavy, but I'm also gonna offset it with the magenta here and the burnt sienna. Actually, you know, and I'm gonna change out the medium or the quinacridone magenta for this deep violet. It's gonna get a darker color. All right. Oh, wait, what do I mean? Wait, hold on. All right. And before I do this, hang tight. I'm making choices on the go. There's a zone down here. I wanted more of the cerulean blue on, so I'm just gonna like put some on. There we go. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, it was the other. Yeah, the other thing was I was using canvases that are only like, you know, that aren't like an inch and a half thick like the gallery wrapped ones. Of course I did this. I have a million of these canvases, and I paint all the time. So she got on me about that. I'm like, you know what? You commission a painting from me, lady. I'll put it on whatever piece of shit canvas you want. Oh, I no, I think the reason why it upsets me so much is because, you know, you're in that situation and you're like, I'm just gonna bite my tongue. I can't do it. I can't. It's oh my gosh. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. Welcome to Chris's head. It's a disaster. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. All right. I'm trying to get these darn things open. I've got my oil paints out here too. So that backyard that I showed you earlier. I think it would be really good to set up outside and do some plein air painting sometime. Would anybody be interested in a Sunday afternoon live stream painting some trees and birds and things with Christopher Dahl, or is he a little too crazy for that sort of thing? I don't know. You let me know in the chat. Drop me a line in the Discord. If anyone would want to hang out for a Sunday, sure, awesome. Oh, I get a check mark. I got the check mark. Awesome. Well, I would love to do that too, and Stephanie's been informing me in no uncertain terms. When are you gonna paint some more? For God's sakes, what the hell are you doing? No, she doesn't say it like that. She really doesn't. Okay. Now, let's get this, she says it kindly. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get some of these in here. Let's see if I can make that happen, everybody. You know, it's funny. I think I mentioned last week. This is one of my favorite palette knives. It's nothing fancy. It's just one I really like. And you know how it is. Like on the pen, you get a favorite pen. I had a favorite palette knife, and it got lost in the mix during the move. I was so annoyed. No, it was just that it was packed. So yeah. No, I didn't want that. I wanted that. Is what I wanted. Okay, cool. Okay. The only thing I don't really like about this going from the iPhone, I like the immediacy of having OBS, my streaming software, to show me kind of what's going on when it's happening, and I don't really get that here. He saves it, woohoo! Hey everybody, save the Pleiades. I have saved it. No, I was really, I have to admit, I really have been wanting to go to an old-fashioned, original-style planetarium for a long time, and I think it was about a month ago that Stephanie and I were passing through the town and by the campus there on a shopping trip, because we go by there a lot, and I saw the sign, planetarium. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? So yeah, I've been threatening to go there for a bit. I'm very happy to have caught them on that show. That was very cool. Okay. Oh, this is getting a lot of stuff on it. I love how this album just kind of sounds like the Snoopy's gang, you know? It's just kind of fun. All right. I'm leaving this area kind of blank because I'm going to put a star right there. This is gonna, I don't know, pick me a star, somebody. Who knows the different stars of the Pleiades? I need a star name. One that presumably would have a planet around it, because we're also gonna put a planet in here. Ba, 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 ba. I didn't want that way. All right, cool. All right. All right, I'm gonna clean up a little bit here. Awesome. Oh yeah, this one's probably. Let's see. That's probably the one that's giving the most reflection, right? Let's see that light. Yeah, that one was probably giving the most. I think I'm a. Ooh, that's actually kind of looking pretty good. I think the camera adjusted nicely there. I just can't see it for shit. Okay, let's see. All right, I need. Where my other brush is. And I'm gonna go for my it's a shorter one, a little softer brush. So I'm gonna go for this one and see if we can't get in here and do some, just kind of do some basic cleanup. Just before all of this really settles in. Remember, this is acrylic, so all this paint is probably gonna dry pretty fast. And I'm just kind of taking advantage of the stuff that hasn't dried yet and giving it a shove. This kind of a scene actually would be really great in oils. I might have to replicate this in oils because I don't know. I've been thinking about the scene all day. The Pleiades, I just love it when it comes out this time of year, and it's just beautiful. It looks great whether you see it through a telescope or or binoculars, or any of that. 7 sisters of Greek mythology and their parents. The sisters are Alcyone, Kaleno, Electra, Maya, Merope, Sterope, or Asterope, and Taygete. I'm probably brutalizing those names, so just bear with me. All right. Let me see. I need another color. Needs another color. Well, technically it's not a color. It's titanium white. Not color. Right. Give him a. Here we go. Okay. I'm really not losing my mind. I'm actually feeling pretty darn good about life in spite of all of the obvious flaws in it. And there are many. All right, here we go. Oh, need a little more water than that. There we go. I want to get this in here. So I'm kind of going in with a lightened version of the background colors. What I'm doing, just to kind of give this a. Okay. Just to lighten that up. Okay, so now we actually have a canvas that's pretty much covered entirely in paint. Nice. Do I have any of this left? No, not really. I need a little bit more of that blue again. I like my cart, but you know, sometimes it's a little funky. Do-do-do. Parents Atlas and Pleione. Yes. I can't remember if that's what their that's kind of what their respective star names were. Iridium. I think they. I know. I should know them off the top of my head, but I don't. You know, I think I was telling Wes as I feel like I'm relearning basic astronomy and astrophotography for like the 5th time right now. You know, it's like I've done this a few times. I've gone down this path a few times. Anyway, I mean, some of it you remember, some of it you're like, yeah, well, whatever. Okay. Actually, I really kind of like that effect, actually. I'm going to come back in with some more of that. Bum, bum, bum. Parents Chuck and Gladys McCullers. Right. The Pleiades sisters, they always had those damn parties, those loud parties whenever their parents were out of town. There we go. Just trying to give a little wisp to this. I think when I was envisioning this, I kind of wanted more background than what I'm getting here, but I think I'm going to make this work anyway. There we go. Yeah. All right. I still have my white in there, so I'm going to lay that in around the brush. However, I'm going to not go straight white with this. We're gonna, there we go. So I'm putting this in as the whichever one of our stars this is. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be there, but we'll, for my marker, for the sake of marker, right? Exactly. Actually, while I'm doing this, let me put a couple more in, because, you know, it is a star cluster, right? So you're going to see a couple of others. I mean, aren't you? Of course you are. But we're in the middle of the Pleiades, so we're kind of not gonna, we're gonna be kind of seeing them all over. It's like this one we're up really close to it. The other ones, you know, are just kind of nearby. So there we go. All right, I'm gonna need those. And even though they're, you know, close in astronomical scales, they're not necessarily that close, right? So anyway. Okay, what I want to do is, I think I want to move some of this out of the way and get this jar out of here. There we go. I can put that down there. That's cool. I can use this brush anymore, so I'm going to set that down there. Oh, yeah, I forgot I had this down here. Oh, cool. Yeah, we good, man. I'm only forgetting I got a shelf. I found a shelf, everybody. I know, crazy. Okay, just washing off the old brushes as I go here. And what do I want for this? I would like the burnt umber. Thank you. All right, Rhonda, we're getting into the warm colors. I'm going to start with the darker. We're working dark to light on the warms on this one here, okay? So we'll get there. Burnt sienna. Oh, that's I got the wrong sienna. I got the wrong burnt whatever. Burnt umber. That was the one. Yeah, there we go. Hey, yay! Another one. There we go. I think this is Myth of the Seven Sisters being pursued by Orion the Horn Dog. That sounds about right. I wouldn't doubt it. All of these damn things are bits of that, aren't they? Though I mean, Well, this one fell in love, and one of the gods said, "Oh, for God's sake, stop it! You're making a mess of things." And then they don't, and then the gods have to teach mankind a lesson, and yeah, awesome. Do 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 do. All right, let's put it right. We're gonna put this one right about here. The cool thing is I can't even see. I'm doing dark on dark in a room. Well, in a motorhome that doesn't have proper light for this sort of thing. Oh, I'm just having fun, everybody. Laugh because you can, right? Jesus Christ. Yup. I think I'm going to make this planet a little bit bigger, actually. Let's do that. And I'm going to make it like almost all planets. Here we go. Well, at least it's showing up on the camera better than what it's showing up in my eyeball. But I am at an unfair advantage. Being actually in front of it. How's that an unfair advantage, mister? Okay, but it's not just this planet. It's also going to be this planet's moon right there. There we go. And maybe one other. Nah, we're just going to do those two for now, right? That's going to do it. And the reason I want to do these in warmer colors is just for the simple fact that I'm going to be doing warms over blues, and nothing wrong with that, right? There we go. See, there we are. We're just gonna. The planet should be considered an enigma. I guess this could be part of my Hidden Worlds series, which is a theme I seem to keep coming back to for no particularly good reason, other than maybe it just sort of stuck in my brain a little bit. Brown dwarf. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's just get this. Okay, we're getting there. Oh, I think that's actually the end of the album, actually. Awesome. I'm just going to start it right back from the top. I hope you don't mind, everybody. We're doing it again. It's the only music I got that I can play that won't, like, get me in trouble, right? There we go. Like, imagine if there was action. Imagine a world. No. It's like, imagine a world. Movie theater trailers, right? Oh my gosh. No, I'm not going to do that. I won't do that to you. I think I gotta wait for this paint to dry before I do this step. But I wanted to get some hint of planetary activity. All right, yeah, okay, cool. We'll get into the nice tones here in a minute. Okay, cool. All right, well, I'm just ruining it. Stop ruining it. All right, I'm gonna stop. All right, there we go. All right, cool. All right, there we go. All right, I'm leaving it alone. I'm leaving it alone. And this one up here. I may end up ditching the other stars. I don't know, but okay, I'm gonna leave this alone for a second. I'm gonna come back up to work our star because I want to do something kind of fun. I saw a crazy article about a rogue exoplanet the size of 10 Jupiters that has a massive accretion disk. So basically, there's this giant planet with its own, like, it's like big. That would make it huge. That would make it like bigger than That's enormous. Yeah, it'd be like its own. It's got its own weather system. Ooh, I know what I was going to do with this one. Never mind. That's crazy, Wes. You adore how the blue looks. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm hoping to sort of. Yeah, I like staging colors. I know there's a lot of blue here, but I also want there to be. I also want there to be the warmth that it is going to be bringing up. Yes, it is very warm. The very warm blues. Yes. Cool. Whoop. I got that little guy, didn't I? Whoop. Need more than that. I didn't even leave any paint. God damn it. That's what I wanted. A little hint of that. Let's see how that looks. Some might say too warm. Not at all. Okay, there we go. I think I'm just going to get rid of that one too, actually. There we go. Maybe I'll just do that, yeah. It's not going to stay that that magenta for long, though. All right, let's come back in. So let's see. I keep reading the same line. Sorry. All right. Still too wet. Still too wet. Okay. Can't do that yet. All right. Cool. All right. Well, we'll at least get it in there. The paint's still too wet. Still too warm. Still too wet. Bring that on back. All right. Let's see here. Forgive my face being in the way, but I have to do this. I have to see what I'm doing. There we go. Working it up there. There we go. That's what kind of what I wanted to do. I didn't mess that stuff up. I have to let that actually like dry. Sorry, folks. You're getting like close up of my sweaty head as I do this, which is really unfair. Just get a hint of it in there. Okay, not touching the planet anymore. Let me see here. I'm actually gonna. Let me see if I can get some more light on this thing. All right, I need it just for myself. I'm actually gonna take a step back. I'm gonna step right in front of the camera too. Actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Yes. Let me see. Oh, that's terrible. I can't do that. Oh my god. I think there's another light over here I could turn on that might make this better. Hang on for a second. I can't do this. Welcome to the Bounder. I could turn this piece of junk on. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that really looks bad. Holy crap. Oh wait, that actually helps. Holy shit! I'm gonna turn that on. We're gonna burn the shit out of the power in this one tonight. That's pretty hilarious. Okay, cool. 2-minute break. Be right back. Hang tight, everyone. I saw that, Wes. Okay, I'm just walking back now, looking at it from a distance. I like stepping away from the paintings and looking at them just to get a better view. Okay, so let's see here. Here we go, coming back. All right, everybody. Hello again. Thank you for that. Oh, awesome. It's like watching paint dry. Yeah, I saw that one. Okay, cool. Jupiter would need another 83 to 85 times more mass before it could start fusing hydrogen into helium. I know, that's mind-blowing, isn't it? I mean, just the sheer amount of mass required is it's pretty crazy. All right. What I like back there are how I've smudged these out. So I'm going to take a second. Let me find one of my... That's what I wanted. So from a distance, I just want to do this right now because I have some paint to do it. So I'm going to just get in and smudge. And smudge this one too, just a bit. Glasses. Haha! Actually, maybe that was the wrong way to go. It's kind of fun. I do like the fact that I could just cut. I do like sort of just like throwing in here and trying something. So it's actually pretty cool. Alrighty. Just to sort of throw those off a little bit. I don't think I liked them quite as prominent as they were. Anyway. Boom, ba-dum, boom. I needs to eat more nachos. Yes, Jupiter. It needs, yeah. Jupiter needs more nachos. Fire it up. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see here. How are we doing in here? This is still pretty... Yeah, still pretty much there. All right, I'm just going to come in and just try some stuff anyway. Let's get this worked up a bit. I'm wetting down some paint here. Natural fusion! We have fused cheddar into... No. trying to render it as a proper sphere here, giving it some mass and shape to it. And because of all the blue in here, of course, we're going to get a little bit of highlight in the back. All right, my dark is not dark enough, so I am going to, I hate to do it, but I am going to bring out the black, just because I think I have it, don't I? I have green. Do I not have Mars black? Come on. I don't even have it. Oh my god, that's so rude. Okay. Where did that end up at? I like how the planet has a shadow on the nebula. Yeah, I know, right? Oh my god, it does, doesn't it? Oh shit. I can't do that. Thank you. I know you liked it, but that does seem a little weird, doesn't it? Oh man. Maybe I'll make it a little less shadowy. So if I were to do the shadow, I would probably do it like straight back out here, right? Like it would have to be like an obvious shadow, right? It's hovering above the edge of the gas, right? Cool. Although it kind of makes it look like it's attached to the gas, so I'm not really sure if I'm fond of this effect. I'm just testing. There we go. I'm not sure. Which one do I like better? Shadow or no shadow? Kind of all over the map here on this. Now it just kind of looks like, oh my god. I'm making it worse. No one should ever get attached to their gas. Yeah. Alright, well, anyway, I feel like I'm overworking that part. Let me see, have I created a disaster? Not too bad. Alright, we're gonna do that. Alright, I am gonna need to step up here and get another batch of paints though. I don't think I have them all. I don't. Alright, let me go find my other container of paints. Bear with me. Oh, where did I... Ah! Bastards. Oh, it's up here. Hang on. Ah! My paint is residing in the front seat. No. Great. I probably had to just bend over in front of you. There we go. There's one. All right. Here's the other. I forgot. I had to take the bounder out down the road to fill up the propane tank. And so I was kind of ditching stuff out of the way that I wasn't going to use. Hey, I found my black. Cool. Awesome. So yeah, all my paint kind of got it got redistributed on the quick. A little cadmium red medium, a little cadmium free orange, cadmium orange, cadmium red light. Those are the other ones I wanted. Yes, indeedy. There we go. Okay. The black. The black. I have the black. Yay. We will do this. We will get this done together. Exactly. Okay. I just wanted to add a bit of black in this because I want this to be kind of the darkest point, and I feel like it's fighting with the background a little bit, so I need to really punch this. Punching it with them black. I always do wonder if some of my contemporaries and the artists that I follow on various social media, I always wonder if they're ever watching me on these, going, "My God, what are you doing?" Wouldn't that be great? Like, stop, whatever you're doing, don't do it that way. And it's just like, they don't actually comment and join the chat because they're just like out there going, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Oh, no. They have more important things to do than to watch my madness. Yes, but that's okay. It's pretty funny. I'm treading in the, You do! Yes, exactly, yeah. It's hilarious. What the heck? What were you thinking, man? All of my contemporaries think I'm nuts, and they're right. There's an elegance with the that I'm shooting for in the colors here, and I don't know if I'm gonna. You never know until you try it. But I had this idea. I really wanted to sort of push the blues that you would see in the Pleiades with the magentas you kind of occasionally see, right? So just little bits like that. There we go. And just a little touch of yellow here. I'm using a yellow oxide on my primary star here. Okay. Well, that's sitting there doing its beautiful thing. Here we go. I kind of wanted this at first to be sort of one of those lava fiery worlds, but I don't think I kind of want it that aggressive. I think instead I sort of want this to be like a proto Earth. Like it's another planet that's forming life life-bearing conditions, but it's not quite there yet. It's still like in that crazy like lava phase. Which, depending on the age of the stars we're talking about, that could still be a possibility. They're supposed to be about this. Some of them are supposed to be about the same age as our sun. So I guess they'd be beyond that. But anyway, I'm going for dramatic effect here. Maybe this is just a scene from their past. I don't know. We'll find out. So I keep adding back in the magentas and the yellows here on this planet in a kind of a effort to tie it all together. I went outside the lines. Okay, I went outside the lines. Forget it. No. And I haven't even really touched their little moon out there. The little moon. Yes. The second moon. For all your Dune fans out there. I'm going to put that one back, but I'm also going to push it back a little bit. Same with this one up here. I don't want it quite as prominent. There we go. And I don't really know what position we are in the Pleiades, but that's where we are. Okay, so now I'm going to go for some effects here. I'm going to go for some cadmium light down here. And then I want the medium too, actually. So I'm gonna get that out. Now a little touch of orange. These are kind of my effects colors. Now, I'll tell you this much: if I were taking like a lot of time on this painting, I would like to do a better job blending in these background bluish clouds. In fact, I kind of feel like I sort of want to take this whole painting into oils. I really feel like you could get a much better effect with oils. But I don't mind giving this a shot in uh, I don't mind giving this a shot in acrylics because they're fast and I get to test things out. See, that's good. So now we're gonna go in on the back side of this planet, give it some activity. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a fire world, right? There we go. Oh yeah, that's exciting. All right. I have medium, cadmium red medium. I have cadmium red. I'm going over the light right now. And I also have a little bit of orange. So I probably should have made this planet bigger too. I feel like maybe this should have been a much larger planet in relation to the painting. There we go. Token warm colors to be. Well, they weren't just token. I did intend to do these. This part I planned. But yes, these were for you, Rhonda. Exactly. Yes. But no, this was actually part of the mission here. Just to be clear, I really wanted this thing to be sort of a yeah, like that basically. Are you suitably appeased? Yes, exactly. Suitably appeased. I'll even sign it in the red. But before I do that, I'm gonna add a few extra stars to this because I do feel like it kind of needs that. So we're gonna go ahead and grab a couple of these stars and get a couple in here, if that's okay. There we go. There we are. Nah, not quite enough, right? This is a forbidden planet. All right, let's see if I can get the stars in, right, everybody? There's a couple. I'm not gonna do a lot. I'm just gonna do a few. There we go, and a few out there. Okay. Is your planet welcome? Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. I don't know. I think this planet. I should have done this like much larger. Like from a composition standpoint, I think I should have done that bigger. But you know what? I'm kind of getting myself back into the swing of this here a little bit. So bear with me here. Thank you very much for your patience. I know. Sorry, everyone. I just feel like this year's kicked my ass. Actually, I feel like the last 2 years since the move has really kicked my ass. Thanks for sticking around. I'm gonna do my nom de plume right down here. There you go. All right. Oh yeah, that lady also said don't sign paintings on the front. Ah, screw that chick. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Just breaking frame, top right. Yes. Spaceship. There's still reverse spaceship. Still reverse spaceship. Yeah, I know, right? Oh my gosh. Let me see here. Do I like this painting? I don't mind this painting. I really don't. Oh, there's like I still see a scrape. There's a scrape from my what do you call that? My palette knife. Hang on, everybody. Actually, I might just do a little bit of this. because and Wes, you can confirm this. The effects we're seeing of this emission nebula are kind of streaky, right? So it's not like a glow. I mean, it is a glow, but it's also kind of a streaky glow. Oh yeah, I need to kind of get this guy out on here because he's got some. So maybe this is like the distant one. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Sorry, I did my signature and then I remembered all this stuff that I really wanted to throw in here. Yeah, there we go. Kind of like that. I'm digging that a little bit. There we go. Yeah, there's some streaky gas, but don't get too attached, right? Hey, Mediocre's here. How you doing? You can make the planet the moon and put a bigger planet behind it. I know, right? I just don't know if I have I just don't know if I want to do it tonight, Mediocre, right? I kind of want to. I feel like sometimes when I do the acrylic paintings, they're like prototype paintings. I kind of want to do this scene improved and do it in oils, which I really feel like it needs that. So maybe this is sort of like our test painting. Yes. But yeah, I do hear what you're saying. It feels a little sedate, right? Perhaps it needs to be an upright painting like that. Actually, it's kind of funny how that works. I like it better this way. Sight it at all four corners, get it rotated. Yeah, that'll sort out later, right? I'll bet you're not going to take this one, are you? Ha ha! Crazy woman. No, anyway, that's really funny. Oh, that's really cool. Hey, I'm having a good time. I hope everybody else is too. Let me take a moment and kind of get in here on the edges on this side a little bit, and we'll have it. We'll give it a gentle wrap up. There, just a little bit on the edge there. It's kind of. Thank you very much, Ron. I appreciate it. No, I actually do. I kind of dig it upright. I think I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, a little bit less. Maybe that'll give you a little bit less glare. No, I dig this. I dig this a lot. There's something about the kind of this kinetic background. It reminds me of the James Blish Star Trek book covers, which you just know somebody did not spend a lot of time on those. But I mean, not in a bad way. I'm not saying that it was. It was obviously like, oh god, we gotta get this thing done, do it. But it's gonna be hard to see. I'll make sure I get a photo posted in the Discord. But I'm really digging how the colors are working here. So even though compositionally, yeah, maybe it could use a spaceship and then be a bigger planet, or maybe it was even I'm not doing a ship tonight. I'm not gonna do a ship. Forgive me. I don't want this one. I kind of wanted it just to be space. I promise I will do another ship. But yeah. This is cool. Plus, before I would do like a ship or a different planet, this is still pretty this is still kind of tacky. So I kind of digging the nebulosity. I know, just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm tempted. I'm very tempted. You know me. I want to do the ship, but I also kind of like the sedate nature of this. I'm gonna leave this one for now, and I'll be sure to get it into the Discord. But it has been brought to my attention that I haven't been painting enough. And it is an accurate assessment. I have not been painting enough, and it is my intention to alter that. So, with that in mind, if any of you are around on Sunday, I will keep an eye on the Discord. It's not sedate, it's serene. That's right. There's a difference. Okay, so keep an eye on the Discord. I think Sunday morning, afternoon my time. I we'll see how it goes. We're a couple things we got to tackle this weekend, but one of the things I wanted to do, I'm gonna do what you just saw here, but I'm gonna take it outside, and I think we're gonna have a good time with that. It'll be you, me, the cats, and a whole lot of painting. Yeah, actually, I think it'll be kind of fun. Anyhow, water. No, this is a see. I kind of dig this sort of scene. Maybe it's just a mood I'm in right now. But oh, and the bears. That's right. We do have the bears. We do. Although I haven't seen them in a while. I popped off a couple of rounds of my bear repellent just to make some loud noises, and they haven't been back. So that's pretty cool. That's a terrible thing to do. I don't recommend it. But yeah, I recognize the need to do to get back to the nature of things. So I'm glad that you're all with me here. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight in the Bounder. You'll be seeing more of it. I like the time frame this week too. The 7 p.m. on a Friday seems to work pretty good. But you know, if it's not great, let me know. It feels like every week I want to do a lot of things, and then we get kind of wrapped up in stuff. There's a lot of things going on at the house that I never will reveal. It's been a lot. We're getting through it. Thank you all for your help so much. Pure capsaicin. Yes, yeah, right. Oh my gosh, a place that sold barbecue sandwiches and his hot sauce, I swear, was made with just pure capsaicin. Meet the man. Oh heck, Dixie's Barbecue back in Bellevue. Oh my gosh, yes. I know you have ghosts, don't you? You know, I the girls and Stephanie are pretty attuned to that kind of stuff. I am such a skeptic they ignore me. I don't think the house has any spirits or ghosts. And it's not that I don't believe. I keep an ear out, right? You never know. You never know, right? But both of my daughters in particular are very sensitive to this sort of thing, and they were convinced that we had some kind of something going on at the Bothell house over the last 18, 20 years that we were there. And actually, they've got me pretty convinced that something fucked up was going on. Sorry, I said the F word again. Yeah, something pretty messed up might have been actually transplanted there at that house. This house, however, the one that I showed you here, I get none of that. Like I've been sitting in the corner of a dark bit. Like even when I first moved in here, when I didn't have anything down there, it was the dank basement. I was setting up my office in there. Late at night didn't faze me. Opened the door, walked out, no big deal. Walk around in the dark, fumbling to find the staircase. I don't get any sense that there's anything here. The woods are a different story though, because the woods have trees and animals and all that kind of stuff. That's kind of odd, but I don't have a sense of it yet. So when you move to any new place, you have to become sort of attuned to its rhythms, and I am an intruder. We are an intruder here. So, but no, I haven't detected ghosts, and I haven't seen any more orbs. We've been looking for orbs. Although the orb guy seems to, I think he finally got either someone like pounded a bunch of Thorazine into him with a hypodermic, and he settled down, or someone had a chat with him and said, "Quit posting it in the big group here, you freak." Oh, and the militias. Yeah. Well, we live in the United States, so you're never far from a militia, or at least a MEAL Team 6 hitting McDonald's with an AR-15 strapped to you. But yeah, actually, oddly enough, even in this area, I don't see. I know it's here, but people are pretty sedate. We'll say that now. Find out. I don't know. Yeah. We live in a time of great barbarism. We're like halfway between Leave It to Beaver and Mad Max at any given point. When you have dwarves, just call Orbkin. Hey, I've actually been staring up at the sky quite a bit in the last few weeks, and I haven't seen anything at all
that I couldn't identify as an airplane or a satellite or just, you know, a planet of all things. So yeah, I don't mind if someone like is like, hey, I'm just discovering stuff in the sky. It's pretty cool. And I'm happy to help, but man, if you're posting photos of stuff and saying it's orbs and it's like, it's the moon or it's something else, no way. So I don't, whatever. Each his own. I don't care. Awesome. Let's see what else is happening this week. We've been trying to. We're getting ready for fall and winter, so there's been a lot of cleanup in here. I don't know. I feel like I'm like enjoying the last few weeks of good weather with the telescope here. You know, you get the summertime. Maybe West, you guys always live in summer, right? So maybe you can't even. Sorry, Anish. Maybe I can't. You can't even confirm this, but when you're in the Midwest here, or even in the Washington State, those summertime days are really, really humid at night, and they're terrible for any kind of a telescope. And now you get into September and October, and the humidity's gone down. The nights are getting a little longer. You're getting cool things in the sky, and it's not freezing outside yet. So that's pretty fun. They do a lot of defocus stars with that stupid P1000 and claim of UFOs and projections on the firmament. Oh, I know, right? Oh my gosh, right? It's kind of ridiculous. Maybe it was last week somebody asked me what I thought about the big interplanetary comet thing that's coming through, and don't jump to aliens until you know, right? Don't jump until aliens until they're walking up to you and giving you an anal probe and not asking permission or something. I don't know. Crazy. Okay, well, let's see. I'm happy to have finished painting. Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been a while. We're working on it. We're working on the brain. Working on the creative brain here. Okay, it's coming up. All right. Thank you, everybody. I'm gonna check out here for the night. I appreciate you sticking around here. Stay tuned on the Discord. Thank you so much for sticking around tonight. I might be around. I'm thinking Sunday is probably gonna be the day, but if I get a situation and I'm ready to fire it up, it could be any minute. So I'll let you know. Anyhow. Thank you again, everybody. I am going to just kind of sign us out here from the Bounder. And good evening, everyone. I hope you all have a great week. I'm just going to go ahead and flip you around, and there we go. I'll give you my rear view, the rear camera view, which probably, let me see, is that actually, no, see, it mirrors me, right? That's just stupid. I hate that. Thank you, Rod. I appreciate it. Everybody have a great week. We will catch you all next time. Take care, everyone. Hell, like I got paint all over my hands. Go figure. Cheers.